so I'm working out. But let me say this, because I got all of a sudden, I got a lot of pediatricians and lactate specialists following me that ain't been following me. But you make a post and now everybody got a degree. Now, I am a lactate coach. I have that certification too, baby. So to the people in my comments saying, cluster feeding doesn't mean that you're not producing milk. Let me tell you this. A baby cluster feeds 2 to 6 weeks, 3 months, sometimes it's 6 months. But if a 8-month-old is cluster feeding, that baby isn't eating enough. That baby is snacking, cluster feeding, which is snacking, because they're hungry. At 6 months, we tell parents, add extra to the diet because they're hungry. This is why they're cluster feeding. When they're younger, they're cluster feeding because they're still getting used to it. But after 6 months, if that child is still cluster feeding, they're hungry. That's why they're snacking every 2 to 3 hours, because we need to add food to their diet. Not saying get them a steak and potatoes, but make sure you're giving them something else besides just milk after 6 months, so they'll stop the cluster feeding. Okay? All right. Let me get back to my walk. But look, I love it out here. I get to relax. I listen to a book. I do about 5 miles, 4 days a week, baby. Yep.